TPN, the Sovereign Americans News Network.
Freedom March. The revolution continues now. Tonight, Arizona Congressman Trent Franks and Juan Williams, but first a few items from our Freedom File. In Upper Marlboro, Maryland, the Prince George County Council faces a $77 million budget deficit this year. So, the council leaders prudently decided to take a $15,000 retreat to a golf resort on the shores of the Chesapeake Bay in order to decide what to do about the deficit. This is beyond tone deaf. Taxed to death, American workers are struggling to make ends meet, and this county's government thinks it has the right to pamper itself on the taxpayer's dime. It's unconscionable. Balance your budget, pay your bills, and pay for your own vacations. Ghulet Mohammed, an American citizen of Somali descent, was detained and tortured for 2 weeks in Kuwait. It's unclear who was responsible for kidnapping him and bringing him there. But this ordeal landed Mr. Mohammed on an American no-fly list. So even though he hasn't been charged with any crime, this American citizen cannot fly back to the United States. The federal government's job is supposed to be defending this man's rights. Instead, it has allowed an innocent, uncharged American to rot in a Kuwaiti jail cell indefinitely. Secretary of State Clinton, where are you when we need you? And yet another small victory for freedom. An Alaska Superior Court judge has ruled that the policy of the city of Anchorage of raiding homeless encampments and taking their property is unconstitutional. The invalidated law required the city to give 5 days' notice before seizing what property the homeless had. The ACLU of Alaska successfully argued that 5 days was not enough notice for a state seizure of property. The point is that no government has the constitutional authority to separate anyone from their property, regardless of financial status, without either suing him for it or paying him for it.
TPN, the Sovereign Americans News Network.